And welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Prussian campaign. Last time around, I believe we saw off these two armies. Well, they're not here anymore because we killed them, but the Ottoman and the Danish. And so my plan was to consolidate the two armies that I have here in the northern part and go against Denmark. But just as I was about to cross the bridge to attack Denmark, I ended turn, and then finally, I guess, their ally Mecklenburg decided to join in the fight, which wasn't that great, because now I've got the two full stacks. I guess they realized that if they didn't do anything, then I was going to be able to march straight on Copenhagen and most likely destroy them. In the south, the French, we're at war with the French again. The French have gone ahead and taken Prague, Bohemia. So that's a big problem. They're trying, I guess at this point they're not actually trying to fight me, and most of the time they actually ask for peace. But the reason why I went back, why I'm at war with them again, is because Austria asked it. And I do believe Austria, one of the conditions was that Austria was gonna... No, I thought so. That Austria would go ahead and declare war on Mecklenburg. But no, they didn't. That must be some alternate reality, I thought now. Well, I guess we just became a war again, because usually what happens is otherwise, is that at as soon as the end turns, it's just France joins my enemies once more. But that's not what we're going to do this episode. This episode, we're going to defeat Mecklenburg. So, Blucher's army has been quite... He was in the most recent battle, since he dealt with both the Danish and the Ottomans. So we're going to have the Prince armies go in first. And we're gonna see they do intercept our force. So will be a battle out in the open, which I don't really like, because that means that we're not gonna be able to do it in one battle. It would have been nicer if I'd be able to finish them off in one battle by attacking the town, and that would be it. So I guess we'll fighting here. Thing to note is that they've got Grenadier Guards, so they got some really heavy infantry in this army, together with light troops, lots of cannons, but most of it is howitzers, which are pointless more or less in this mod for some reason. Completely, absolutely pointless. I guess maybe they're a little bit too powerful in like normal or other mods, but I mean in this they're not doing anything. The explosion can happen like a centimeter in front of a soldier and it still won't die. So that's interesting. They do have 12 pounders, 3 of them. Lots of light infantry in this army, which I guess we could... This army I think we can just sweep away with cavalry if I'm careful with cavalry. Let's not go on here dilly-dally about different situation that may or may not happen. We want a battle, so let's go ahead and have ourselves a battle and destroy the enemy. I get to deploy in this kind of L shape once more, and that means that I'm gonna bring up the army into the flank, because if we look at the map, the only kind of high ground is the one we got right here. So I'm gonna move up to that, which is kind of this area right here, and we'll fire down upon the enemy from the flank. The thing is, I can't deploy right here because obviously we're not actually spawning on top of the height. So as soon as it starts, I'll bring more or less everyone up to the ridge. So with that said, let's go ahead and start. We'll bring everyone up. And the cannons. Most likely the enemy is going to turn and face us, which we can see they are already doing. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We do have these cavalry units moving forwards. Oh, they tricked me. The silly bastards. Well, they tried to trick me anyways. Kind of stopped my advance here, and damn, how did we manage to lose that many men out of this unit so quickly? And same, I guess we're shooting our own men. Okay, I really want to stop this guy, because I do not need anyone standing in the way of me and my cannons at this point. Two new units that we haven't seen before, the Fusiliers on the furthest right of my setup. I'm gonna have the... okay, I guess we'll have to stop the cannons at this point. Also, you guys will hold fire. And then prepare to deploy spikes ahead of the army. Oh, that's why they didn't break. It's the bloody Grenadier Guard. Move forward and destroy them. Right now, that's kind of the only unit they've sent against me. And as we're fighting that one, I kind of want to... what is that? Normal line infantry. It's worried it might be light. Right, we're breaking these guys down. For some reason, the enemy army isn't really that active. I guess they were expecting me to spawn out here. Come on, can some push enough fire into that bastard so we can get going here. Finally. What I guess we can do is we can march to the point where we're not actually on the height with the infantry, but we're below it, and then we can have the cannons fire from above. If the height... I'll have to move kind of there. Mecklenburg line and guard unit. That guard is probably going to be harder to deal with, so... what we're going to do is going to make room for the cannons, so we can use them, have them open fire upon the enemy. Deploy your guns. The Prince coming up, these guys ready to form square. What do we have here? The Mecklenburg Guard is back at it. They're closing in on my Fusiliers, which I think should handle that. It's already kind of a broken unit. I think we'll have to back up a little bit, just because of how these cannons are stationed. And now the canister are starting flowing. I want the light infantry to retire. So the Mecklenburg line is falling back. However, the Guard Grenadiers are still there. Fire round shot. That was fun. That looked funny how that one fired round shot, that fired canister. Okay, you should be firing for the Mecklenburg Guard. Let's make sure we don't have to fight that Mecklenburg Guard again. Bring up the dragoons. We'll put the hussars out in the forest over there. And then I'll bring these guys back a bit. It seems as though switching to round shot has utterly devastated most of the enemy's cannon. We'll aim for the one cannon furthest away, and hopefully I can bounce a shot just straight through everything. Ah, the enemy has just turned up. Or turned up behind us, which we'll rather deploy the dragoons against those guys, and we'll take a portion of the infantry, a rather large portion, to be moved to protect this side, as we're kind of sandwiched in between the enemy now. I want these guys to continue firing with a round shot. One of the things that has that's new besides the Fusiliers is that because of upgrades I can now use barrage ability, and we also have the inspire ability for the general. Enemy general decides that it's clever to ride towards the Guard Jaeger company when they can't even charge, and they're gonna stop right in front of it just to... Please surrender! Lower your arms! That's not fair! We called you to surrender first. And then they're gone. Nope. Focus in on that enemy cannons. I mean, there's not really... Where are all the cavalry from these guys? Clearly it's gonna be worse from this side, which is probably why I need spikes there instead. And it also looks as though the enemy... Oh, what's this? He didn't even warn me about this. We'll just hope that our hussars are stronger. We do have more men. Just means we have more men to lose. You know what? You fire a round shot. Why don't you fire into the side of the enemy? I think we're gonna have to relocate this cannon. And then I'll post the spikes there.
Our men are running.
Right, that didn't go too well. We'll counter charge the Mecklenburgian hussars. Hold fire. Switch to canister, and then this line will retire even further because it's all those it's Jaegers and light infantry coming this way. Both units actually broke off. I want this cannon, of course, ready on this side. I don't think my dragoons even reached the Mecklenburg hussars. They all broke just due to the fire of these line infantry units. We're gonna boost, and we're gonna have the prince go ahead and inspire, and then I want these three to fan out like that to open up fire on the enemy. Ooh!
Our men are running.
They ran onto my spikes. Still, it caused... Oh, that they... yeah. Oh yeah, my hussars are back. And they're going for the same spot there. Go to this area. So everything seems fine right now. I want the cannon that's gonna face these. We'll put them right where these spikes were. Seems to be going fine here. As we're punishing the enemy. And bringing up the flank, shooting at them. For now we haven't suffered that many casualties, but it looks like they're bringing in quite a few infantry units here. I was gonna charge, but I realized the enemy's grenadier guard is over there. Are they just bringing up their cannon? Let's have the cavalry retire. Oh, what's this? We're gonna need some cavalry over on that side. So it all kind of worked out. You will take these guys' place, while the dragoons will move over and deal with the guard grenadiers, hopefully.
Sir,
Russian musketeers come to the aid over there. And then the enemy is focusing in on right where my kind of flank is. So we'll have to retire. Light infantry will set up like that, and then this line infantry will actually come out like so. Cavalry move forward, and as soon as possible these cannons should deploy. Have the dragoons sweep around. The guard grenadiers are definitely aiming for my dragoons. They'll sweep around though. You know what? Probably worse. The Jaeger battalions are actually worse. Deploy the guns. And before these guys know what hit them, which they're not facing the dragoons as of yet anyways. Now they are. And are they gonna be able to fire? I hope not. One shot. Yeah, a few shots went in. And they broke my dragoons. Great. Same time, the cannon over here is sending away the enemy. Same with this one, I hope, sending away this Jaeger battalion. And then this area is not really what we need at this point, so we'll go ahead and move like so. And there's making sure that these guys are under fire from somewhere. It's shitty little Jaeger battalion hiding there. Ooh. They're coming a bit too close for my liking to my cannon. We did punch a hole in the line, but it is the guard grenadier. So they will actually reach, but just reach. Back on the cannon. I was hoping those guys would come back. We kind of got the Jaeger battalion and lost the hussars, but the dragoons are now going through and getting the enemy cannons, which they were bringing up. For some reason, the general has decided to put himself right in harm's way. That would be the enemy's general. He's right where the infantry is that I'm aiming for. And we wouldn't be surprised if he got shot, but he didn't. My dragoons were able to do their part over here, retreat back towards the line. I'm gonna need you to go around, get here. Oh, I guess they... my dragoons retreated to the exact point that my reinforcements are turning in
Our
from.
men are running, sir.
I want you to march and charge them, not just ride beside them. What unit is breaking now? They're closing in way too strong over here. Enemy cavalry was defeated over here. Light infantry. Infantry to the front. These guys need to turn up. And light infantry over there. We do have the prince right here to support. And when you have to fire that way, blow them out of the... Oh, what's happened here? Why? Oh, they abandoned their bloody post. What I just want to... I want to keep the enemy's light infantry off my cavalry. Did we win the fight? Yes, we did. Now, hussars, now. Now is your time to strike these idiots in the back. And one of my cannons, unfortunately, left, and the other one I cannot move. However, the line held. And it seems like we are defeating the army on this side. Right, with those guys now focusing on the line infantry, we can hopefully sweep these guys away with the cavalry. If it isn't so that they are already turning to face them. And the line was too thick for me to break through. Which means I need to support with infantry, and hopefully that go well. We've got the hussars right there to break them. If I push forward with the infantry and got Blucher in back there to aid, should be able to push them away. And over on this side, we managed to push through. Are these out of ammo? Why aren't they firing? Okay. The fire rate is so low though, so I guess that's what's up. Dragoons on their way. Want the prince to support them. I'm hoping the Jaeger battalion doesn't have time to reload. These guys over here though needs to pull back. But I kinda wanna support the cavalry charge. And hopefully maybe we can get some good stuff going here. I'll inspire the cavalry and have them drive through onto the light infantry. To just stop the enemy from firing while we can put down quite a bit of fire on them. Oh, the hussars got stuck over here. Line infantry, pull back. We're kind of spread out all over the place. You will hold fire. Can I still? I can't move these now, unfortunately.
The men of the team, sir, must rest.
Light infantry. These three. Need you over here quick. Prince to move over here. And the enemy is not looking towards the dragoon, so they can sweep in. I'm hoping more of Blucher's army is going to turn up. 2 units of Hussar can hide in the forest and sweep towards this. And I guess that's the Dragoons. Now giving up. Prince is a little bit in danger. We'll bayonet charge and regroup with this line here. That was close. Oh, our both regiments actually gave up. See if we can break them before they fire. Yes. But we will be unable to pursue. Instead, we will fall back. Mecklenburg Infantry, Jäger Battalion, and Mecklenburg Infantry. I think the Hussars can take them. And then we do have a little bit of canister. Shit, there's tons of them coming out from there. Oh, did they? I think they managed to form square. Well, then we'll not focus on the square, we'll focus on this unit. Grenadier Guard once more. These 3 will move up. And then I want canister this way. Probably gonna shoot yourself, but doesn't matter too much. Oh, the Hussars, they broke the square. They broke the square, and as the infantry is moving forward, yeah, everyone broke here. Which means you can now move into the flank of the Grenadier Guard instead. Oh, they decide to grace me with the fact that they will move all their infantry right in front of my cannons for some reason. However, it doesn't look as though we will be able to fire. Gonna need to turn more muskets onto the oncoming enemy. Generals close by to support. All the enemy from over there is gone, so these 3 will come over here. Hussars will retire back here. That unit that was charged is pulling back. But we're holding on against the Mecklenburgian charge. To the point where I will now order a counter charge. Where we can hope to get rid of them. These 3 infantry units will move up here.
Our men are running, sir.
I'm gonna need the Hussars to get rid of these. Some of the units that are sent in the counter charge are retreating, but it's not that bad. There goes the cannons. We're hope that they will be back. The Hussars struck true. This is a really messy battle all over the place. Infantry to the front. Hussars sweep through here. We really need to I mean, I've definitely laid the hurt on the Mecklenburgians, or whatever you want to call them. Let's go ahead and get rid of those cannons. What do we have all the way over here? An enemy cavalry unit. My dragoons will ride out, see if they can find anything there. And
our men are running, sir.
The very last unit there, Jäger Battalion. See if we can charge them down. Back on your cannons. The infantry over here. We've really cut them to size, so I don't think we need to chase them anymore. Back up onto the ridge with everyone, especially the generals. And let's take stock here, what we have left to do. There's 2 cannons over here, and there's 1 cavalry unit over here. Dragoons need to get rid of these units, and the infantry can march onto those cannons. And it looks pretty good. I mean, the Prince's army really got chewed up. Ah, there we have something that has rallied. Once you're on your cannon, I do want you to hold fire though, I think. Risk of us shooting our own. Or maybe if you shoot... yeah, it's probably gonna shoot our own troops. Hoping the Hussars win this fight here. They have loads of chevrons, so... yeah, they won the fight. And they'll be able to go through those. And we're down to 29 enemies there. Jäger battalion. We don't like that. Let's see if the grenadiers can make a quick advance. At the same time as the dragoons go at them. And... see about having the rest of the infantry go over here. Right, can join in and boom! Right. It's only that 1 dragoon unit left, I believe. All the other units should have been dealt with at this point. Since Prussia has a full stack, which is more or less untouched, he's lost... kinda lost 1 of his hussars, but that's about it. Get the cannon up here, we can put some hurt on that. I think I'll just fast forward through this, because this can just take a little while. Just to get these guys, because they've hidden them in the corner. And looks like we've got the end right here. Go ahead and inspire the dragoons and have them face off with the enemy cavalry. Tell my cannons to hold fire so they don't shoot into this. We got Prussia right there to supervise the fight. Follow them. And there we have it. Victory. Now, I think... I mean, it was a bloody battle, but it was definitely more bloody for the enemy, since they lost. Yeah. Let's go to the campaign map and hope that we see huge numbers when it comes to enemy losses. And here we have the result. So it was quite a high casualty rate for us. Almost 2,000 men out of a 5,000 men army. However, we were able to inflict 4,400 casualties on the enemy, leaving only 1,000 men left to defend the town. And probably less than that, because Second Army is going to retreat away. So it's going to leave very few soldiers left in town. And also we probably got quite a good amount of chevrons. Cannons in the top. Then it's Prussian Fusiliers make the debut. And then Hussars do really well. The other Prussian Fusilier did really well. So the Fusiliers were infantry units that did really well, which I'm not surprised because they have high accuracy. Yes. Wait. Both armies retreat into my territory. So even the one that was in the town. Ah, I guess because they were... what's it called? They were... yeah, whatever. They were intercepting us. Still a pretty hard fought fight according to this anyways. Which I doubt. So, you know what? I'll just play through this one off camera, and then for next episode, I'm hoping we have enough to go against these. Also, there could be a fight down here. I moved troops down to make sure that we can deal with them if they decide to come through here. But yeah, with that said, this was the Mecklenburg episode, and we really trashed them, but they also... I mean, they put down a lot of hurt on us as well, but then again, I mean, they had Grenadier Guards, they had loads of those Jaegers, and stuff like that. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!